is your mother going to be sick? It's a whole lot. I don't have that opportunity. I've got my grandkids that I have to raise as a result of that. But the question you got, what changed in your life that made you so want to take another man's life? Because you only guarantee revenge if you have the kindred. So for you to be in a position to influence your child, your nephew, your cousin, your friends to come and join and be like me, you should take out the time and say don't. Might be fun for a minute. $5,000 ain't nothing. That's the so-called plea among $1,500. It's not worth it. What your lawyer costs per hour. The bills that's constantly continued that your family put aside, the tax money they're trying to get you out with, it's not worth it. You had to get yourself out of this. Can you come out a better person? Will you survive as a better person? That's the question you got to ask yourself. I can't be mad at you because I got mad 5 years ago. When I left high school at 18, I was venture 455. I caught a case fighting. I did the time with my hands. So I taught my kids how to defend themselves with their hands. And guess what? The friends that's married to your relationship, June Savage, we like brothers today. And we had the worst fight in still school history. They shut the whole school down. Now his mother is my mother. His brother is my brother. And we brothers. We fight to live another day. But you got to change yourself and want to be that person. Because you're the only one that can do this. Because if you are top, you can tell them, look, if it's not benefiting you for the greater good, I advise you not to do it. Consider yourself an opportunity. You have an opportunity to have a life. My son don't. He lives his life. He's a young man. And you understand? I understand that a preacher's child is buck wild than any other child. Why? Because they restricted for certain things. They act out. But you have an opportunity to stop the next man from making the same mistakes you have. Take that into consideration and treat yourself to be a better you, so you can be a positive person for your family and your friends. Thank you, God.
Judge, I think there was an agreement that the court, the people's point of view was, I think that it was on the record that it would not go above 18 plus 2. The people were asking for 18 plus 2. That was the agreement we reached. Do I think, based on the facts of the case and what really happened, that, you know, he could be looking at more time? Certainly under the guidelines he could be, but I think the family, I don't know if you can be satisfied based on losing their son, but the family feels, I believe, that justice has been served. The 3 defendants now have pled, and I think that this defendant in this case should go in for 20 years. Hopefully, you know, he'll have a full life after that, and he'll be a changed person. That's what we all hope for. So, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Rubin.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, and just to echo Ms. Konski's sentiments regarding the agreement that was reached with the court not to exceed 18 plus the 2. This was a day of trial plea, as the court's aware. There was a lot of moving parts that happened at that time. Ultimately, my client decided to resolve this matter by accepting that. Respectfully, we would just ask the court to follow that agreement. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rubin. Mr. Wyrick, anything you wish to say on your behalf prior to something?
No, sir.
Well, the court, one of the primary goals this court has is to try to make victims whole. In these cases, the court cannot do that. And I think that represents the gravity of the crime in this particular case, because a human life, which is immeasurable in terms of impact, has been lost. And my condolences go to the family. I wish, sincerely wish, that I could make it right and in some way make this time easier for you. I can't. But Mr. Wyrick, you have to understand the gravity of your actions here. Quite frankly, and I don't know you very well, I only see you in court, but I trust my instincts and I trust what I can see and how people act. And I don't necessarily know, and I don't believe you have any remorse here. And that's disturbing. I don't know where a human being, what makes them get to a point where they don't value human life, even value their own, to commit a murder, is to take not only your life, but somebody else's life, and deprive other people of the enrichment of that individual's life. I don't understand that. I don't understand where people can just blindly shoot at somebody else because they're in a rival gang and because they just happen to see him driving on the highway. I don't understand it. I could understand it more if this person had killed a family member of yours. Doesn't make that right, and the law doesn't condone that, but it is incredibly difficult for me to wrap my head around simply just seeing somebody else and saying, you know what, we're just going to end that person's life for what? Being from a different neighborhood? Having an argument on Facebook? You know, I don't know. Only you know exactly what made you do this. But that's what it was about. You ended a person's life because of some argument. I just don't understand that. Too many young men and women in this community are killing each other for what? It's not romantic. It's not cool. You're not living in some movie where this is some kind of gang life. You're not in The Sopranos, okay? There aren't two sides. People are dying. People are getting hurt. People are getting killed. It's not some great, fun, lively thing that you guys are doing out here. I don't get it. People are dying. You killed somebody. You ended somebody's life. An immeasurable thing that we can't even measure. Human scientists can't even understand the complexity of the brain, much less the soul. And you ended it. For what? You need to think about that. Why did I put myself in a position for 20 years of my life is going to be spent incarcerated, where everybody tells you your move, when to eat, when to sleep, when to go to the bathroom, what food you can eat. You're going to have no freedom. You're going to lose out on 20 years of anything you could have done. Because of what? You know, and this the victim's father. This is now the fourth time, you know, or third time, excuse me. I'm still blown away by that, graciousness. He wants what's best for you. He's trying to give you some advice. And I see you looking at him like he's on Mars. What he's trying to tell you is that, look, you've thrown your life away for the next 20 years, and what you have is time. So, by God, go out there. If anything you can do for this family and the person and the young man you killed, and then I find out you grew up, not to go off, you grew up with this kid. I mean, why would you do that to someone who you grew up together with? You know, you need to take this time to figure out, what can I do to make this right? You never can. You're never going to be able to do that. But by God, you better go in there and you better make sure that you do something. And when you get out, you better find somebody who's your age, when you're now, and go tell them, this is where I was, and let me tell you why you shouldn't do this. Or you can choose to join a gang in prison. Plenty of them out there. You can do a lot of criminal activity in prison. Believe me, I get it every single day. And when you get out, you'll be right back in. And I'll just keep seeing you. I'll still be here, hopefully. And I'll just keep seeing you. It's up to you. It needs to end. It needs to stop. We had another shooting over the weekend at a prom party. My God, a prom party. What are we doing here? I mean, what are we doing here? It's just absolutely ridiculous. You know, I trust Ms. Konski and I trust Mr. Rodenhouse, but I gotta tell you, and I'm gonna stick to the agreement, but I'm gonna tell you, 20 years doesn't seem like nearly enough for killing somebody. Not in this way. But I trust them that they know their cases and that they've talked to the family and this is what the family wants. That's the only reason I'm doing it. If this family sat here and said, you know what, we want this, I'd do it. I'd say, you know what, I don't care. That's my job, to sit here and preside over trial. But I respect that, and I respect the family who wants some closure to this horrible period of their life that really is just beginning. Because we think we're gonna have closure over this stuff. Believe me, I know. They're not. They're gonna have to do this. They're never gonna get their family member back. So you're gonna still have contact with your family. You're gonna still have contact with your friends and family, your mom or dad or whoever's alive still. They can't have that contact. They just can't. And someday you're gonna walk out. You're gonna be a free man, enjoy the world, and your victim's never gonna have it because of you. So I tell you what, you should be incredibly grateful for the graciousness of the family, that this is all you're getting. Because a part of me still believes, it's not what the law says, but a part of me still sometimes believes that you take a life, your life is gone. That's it. If that feels like justice. But I respect the work with the prosecutor, I respect the work of the defense attorney in coming to this agreement. The court will follow that. In count 1, felony firearm, the court's going to sentence you to 2 years. Michigan Department of Corrections, no more, no less, is credits for 463 days. Count 2, court sentenced you to 18 years to 80 years, Michigan Department of Corrections. Count 1 is consecutive to and preceding count 2. There is no credit on count 2 because of its consecutive nature. There is count 1, there's a $68 state cost, $130 crime victim rights assessment. Count 2 is a $68 state cost, $450 court cost, $450 public defender fee. In this case, you do have a right to file an application for leave to appeal your conviction and sentence. If you're financially able to retain an attorney, one will be appointed to a public expense. Request for assistance lawyer must be made within the next 42 days. Mr. Weaver has handed you a form that you must complete and return to the court in that 42 days if you wish to request the appointment of an attorney on appeal. Mr. Rodenhouse.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, my client has executed that request and has filled out the form, and I'm returning it to the court.
Okay, anything else, Ms. Konski?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we're adjourned.
Is there any credit there?
There's 463 on count 1, which is the county firearm charge. All right, we're adjourned. Mr. Harris here?
All
right, Mr. Wyrick.
Folks,
Wyrick.
stop. We're in a courtroom. No.
Let's go.
Absolutely not.
Let's go.
Next person that talks is going to jail for contempt. I'm telling you, get out of this courtroom. This is not social hours.